I came across the UDPN system. So, taking another trip through the latest Davos announcement, a company called Red Date Technology unveiled UDPN. Okay, so this is going to be, like I said, this is going to be an episode where there's going to be a lot of information, a lot of going down the rabbit hole, connecting dots, seeing who's involved with who, what company's involved with what, taking a look at this stuff. So if you're into this stuff, this is going to be a good episode for that. So again, Red Date Technology unveiled UDPN. UDPN stands for Universal Digital Payment Network. So the UDPN is another distributed ledger technology platform that would fill the position of SWIFT, but for central bank digital currencies. So SWIFT is the monetary system that allows the transfer of money between banks and countries, and it's about transitioning money between the two and getting it all stuff. But what this is going to be, the UDPN is going to be that system, but for central bank digital currencies. So it's about getting central bank digital currencies back and forth. Ledger system, atomic ledger, that's one of those things I always tell you to pay attention to. And that's what this system is. I'm not going to go in depth on that. I've talked about that enough. If you want to know more, I've got other videos on all that stuff. UDPN has been developed by GFT, which is another company, Toko, and DLA Piper, which are arms of Hedera. Now, Hedera is one of those companies that I really told you guys, pay attention to these guys, because this is one of those names that people really don't know about. They don't really know the name Hedera, but Hedera is got their hands on pretty much every blockchain ledger CBDC technology that's going to be used by all these countries. This is the company that is controlling, even though people don't realize it, they're kind of the controlling group of the coming central bank digital currency that's coming in. They're the ones developing all of that technology. Not just one, not just two, but multiple programs that will eventually be used for this stuff. So Hedera, don't forget them. And so Toko and DLA Piper are arms of Hedera. So they're involved with the UDPN as well. Like I said, also involved is Red Date Technology, who is based out of Hong Kong. So for those of you who still think that the US and China aren't working together, well, I hate to break it to you, but China's in on this one world stuff that's coming as well. That's just how that's how it is. Just like I've told you that Russia's in on this as well. We know Putin is a young global leader, and he's connected to the WEF, and all of the stuff going on with Ukraine is all a plan to get things rolling and get going. Same thing with China. They're involved with this stuff as well. They're all buddy-buddy. They're all friends. They're all doing this together. Take a look at World War II. Look at the relationships between all of the bad guys and the good guys. It's the same thing. It was all planned. I don't know if I just popped somebody's bubble, but that's how it is. So officially launched at Davos. So they officially launched this thing at the Davos meeting. The network involves Deutsche Bank, HSBC, Standard Chartered, Bank of East Asia, and AK Bank. So there's a lot of different countries involved with that. So much of the funding came from firms. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of connection stuff, so try and follow along if you can. Much of the funding came from firms like Prosperity 7 Ventures, which is out of Saudi Arabia, so there's Saudi Arabia connection. Kinetic, which is Hong Kong, so there's more of a Chinese connection. And then this is an interesting one. Bank Pictet. I know that is not the right way to answer it, but or say it, but if you want to search for it, Pictet. 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 So Bank Pictet, which is out of Switzerland. And then there's also the Bangkok Bank and private investors who have stake in Pictet Bank. This is an interesting bank right here. Bank Pictet, that's going to be an interesting thing to say a lot, is especially interesting because it's described as the world's most secretive bank for the richest people on the planet. So this is probably one of the most important banks that you've never heard of. I know we like to talk a lot about the Bank of International Settlements, and there's another one, I can't remember the name of it, the International Monetary Fund. But those are, again, more of the big names that everybody knows and everybody's watching. Of course, it's very important that we do watch them, but those are the ones everybody knows. Like I said, there is the level of people that aren't being watched that are just as important and influential as these people, and Pictet is one of them. The only comparison giving regarding its secrecy and its wealth amount is the Vatican. They say Pictet is just as secret, just as wealthy, and just as powerful as the Vatican Bank. So that's a very interesting thing to pay attention to. The bank reportedly handles around 850 billion with a B, billion, with a profitability far greater, which of course we don't know that number. Recently, the bank began shifting more in favor of globalized finance rather than private banking. So, we know that they're going to need a whole lot of money to do this one world system, the Antichrist one world system. And so, when you've got a bank like this that handles, and this is just the number that they're telling us, guaranteed, I can guarantee there's more than 850 billion involved with this bank. But that's the number that they're giving us. So this is a huge factor when it comes to getting this system set up. And you know, the people who have their money in that bank are people that we don't know about. You want to talk about all the people who are on the richest people in the world list and stuff like that? No, there's going to be more people as far as that goes. And so that Antichrist bank or Antichrist beast system is going to need a massive bankroll. If we want to go back to the Prince Charles speech from COP26, he's talking about trillions and trillions of dollars at his disposal. Pretty sure we know who his is. Guaranteed this bank is involved with that. Guaranteed. So these are some of the groups that are making decisions, bankrolling, and pushing this stuff forward. These are probably names that you've never heard of before. And we're also seeing a connection from Switzerland to Saudi Arabia to China to the United States, all involved with this as well. So yeah, that's what's going on as far as that goes. So the UDPN is going to be utilizing technology that the WEF, Hedera, and others like that, it's going to be using their same technology, and it's being bankrolled and controlled by these companies. Everything is all connected.